Well, it was not only Bengaluru that was cheering the railway minister's budget. Karnataka too seemed happy with what he offered. Now, North Karnataka and South Karnataka get crucial passenger trains, while the Malnad region sees better connectivity to its tourist spots.
DVS keen to boost tourism in state. Karnataka was a major beneficiary of the railway minister's largesse today, and he introduced the changes with an eye on improving tourism in the state. There was good news for the people of the Malnad region. The survey for the Mysore-Kushalnagar portion of the Mysore-Kushalnagar-Medikere new line has been completed. The state government will share the cost of developing this line. This will ensure rail connectivity to important tourist destinations in Kodagu. The Railways Minister has also proposed new lines as well as doubling of certain lines. The new lines for the state include Gabbur-Bellary, Shimoga-Sringeri-Mangalore, Talguppa-Siddhapur, Gadag-Harpanahalli, and the doubling of the Mangalore-Ullal-Surathkal line. Karnataka also seems to have got more than its share of passenger trains as well. North Karnataka gets 2 passenger express trains. The Bidar-Mumbai Express, which runs weekly. The Dharwad-Dandeli passenger via Alnava will be a daily. Southern Karnataka gets Bandur-Kasargod passenger that will run daily. Even as Karnataka will be cheerful for the bargain it got from the Railways Minister, more could have been done for the state. Crucial lines that could have been taken up for development have been ignored in this budget. Hopefully, this is a step-by-step process and Karnataka gets its share of attention from the Railways Minister in the future. A News9 report.
Now, the Indian stock market was in a sell-off mood on Tuesday. The benchmark Sensex closed lower 518 points at 25,582 points. Now, one of the reasons for the sell-off was the market's perception that D.V. Sadananda Gowda's maiden railway budget lacked substance.
There was anticipation that DVS could make a market-moving railway budget speech, but that was not to be. Tuesday's fall was the biggest single-day fall since September 2013. Rail stocks derailed. Some of the stocks which were prominent losers belonged to companies supplying equipment to the rail sector. With nothing substantial talked of in terms of expansion, investors felt extremely disappointed and junked these stocks. Rail stocks ended the day lower between 5% and 13%. Even IT stocks like Infosys and TCS, which ended higher on Monday, ended in the red today. An appreciation of the rupee against the dollar created panic among investors who dumped these stocks. Now there is a fear that if the Union Finance budget due to be announced on Thursday is listless, the market could drift lower. Rupee turns hero. The rupee had a dream run on Tuesday, closing at 59.78 or up 23 paise compared to Monday's closing of 60.01. The rupee's upward movement was quite unusual given the record meltdown of the stock market. But while investors shunned equities, precious metals like gold and silver staged a comeback as investors took shelter in safer avenues. A News9 report.
Well, the monsoon is here, but unlike the popular belief, it has not brought any respite as far as veggie prices are concerned.
If you expected the monsoons to bring relief to the ever-increasing vegetable prices, you are wrong. Here are the new prices.
Tomatoes that used to cost 11 rupees per kg has seen a steep hike in prices. It is currently priced at 36 rupees a kilo. Beetroot is now 46 rupees a kilo as opposed to its earlier rate of 31 rupees. Eggplant now costs 30 rupees a kilo. Earlier it was 16 rupees. Drumsticks too will burn a deep hole in your pocket. It now costs 80 rupees as opposed to 54 rupees per kg before. Coriander is now priced at 200 rupees. It was 175 rupees before.
Well, it is highly steep actually, and definitely it is pinching our pocket, waiting for the prices to come down.
I think for the poorer sections definitely much more, right? Because it depends on how much vegetable and grocery shopping, how much of a fraction of your income that is, right? So if it is more. So for poor people, it will be a bigger fraction of their income. Even a 5%, 10% rise will hurt them a lot more.
The recent rain has destroyed many crops, which in turn has affected veggie prices in the city. It is mainly the greens and vegetables like tomatoes that have seen an increase in price. Tomato has hit a 2-week high. Herbs like coriander are easily destroyed in monsoon. Tomatoes too can easily rot because of the damp weather.
ಎರಡು ವಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಂಚೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಮಳೆ ಇರಲಿಲ್ಲಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀರು ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ನೀರುಗಳಿಂದ ಬೆಳೆಸ್ಕೊಂಡಿರ್ತಾರೆ ಈ ಮಳೆ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಫುಲ್ ನೀರು ತುಂಬ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ ಬೀಜನೂ ಹಾಳಾಗುತ್ತಾರೆ ಬಿತ್ತನೆ ಬಿದ್ದಿರೋದೆಲ್ಲ ಹಾಳಾಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತಾರೆ ಅದೆಲ್ಲ ಅಷ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಯಾಕಂದ್ರೆ ಮಳೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ನೀರು ಆಗೋದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಳ್ತೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಬೀಜ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ ಮತ್ತೆ ಅವರು ಬೀಜ ಹಾಕಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೆಳಿಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕಷ್ಟ ಕೊತ್ತಂಬರಿ ರೇಟು ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಈ ವಾರ ಪರವಾಗಿಲ್ಲ 40 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ರೇಟಲ್ಲಿದೆ ಹೋದ ವಾರೆಲ್ಲ 60 ರೂಪಾಯಿ 80 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ರೇಟ್ ಗಂಟ ಆಯಿತು ಕೊತ್ತಂಬರಿ ಏನು ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ಮಾತ್ರ ರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮಳೆ ಬಿದ್ದರೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಟೊಮೊಟೊ ಹೇಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ.
Prices of onions on the other hand are more or less the same. The wholesale rates were expected to shoot up because of Ramzan, but that has not been the case. While the city previously received about 650 tons of onions regularly, the supply has now increased to about 800 tons because of the demand.
ರಂಜಾನ್ಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದು 35 ಮೇಲೆ ಹೋಗ್ಬೋದು ಹೋಲ್ಸೇಲ್ ಅಂತ ಇದ್ದು ಅಂದರೆ 30 ಒಳಗೆ ಇದೆ ಇನ್ನೂ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಮಳೆ ಬೇರೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಸಿಕ್ಕಾಪಟ್ಟೆ ಮಳೆ ಇದೆ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕಡೆ ವ್ಯಾಪಾರ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಡಲ್ ಆಗಿದೆ ಮುಂದಿನ ದಿನಗಳಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಈ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಈ ಅರೆ ಹೋಲ್ಸೇಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಮಾಲ್ ಬಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅನ್ನೋ ಊಹೆ ನಮಗಿದೆ.
First it was hike in fuel prices, then the railway fares, and now veggie prices are heading north. How can the common man survive the onslaught? A News9 report.
Well, the British Foreign Minister's visit to Gandhi Smriti ended in an important announcement. It was not on bilateral ties but related to the man who won India its freedom from the British.
It was 67 years ago that India gained independence from the British. Now, decades later, in 2015, the statue of the man who secured India's freedom will grace Parliament Square in London.
We also want to announce today that the British government has decided that we will have next year a statue of Gandhi in Parliament Square. And I think the lessons from Gandhi of peace between communities, of non-violent protest, are as relevant today as they were in his own time. And so we want to demonstrate that in the UK and put such a statue in the most prominent place that we can.
Yes, Mahatma Gandhi's statue will be set up alongside statues of other prominent international leaders like Nelson Mandela and Abraham Lincoln. The UK Foreign Minister and Chancellor of the Exchequer are on an official visit to India and made the announcement at the Gandhi Smriti in Delhi. The Parliament Square area in London is known for its historic and symbolic value to the British, and Gandhi's statue will be the 11th among the statues of other world leaders. It is intended that this important monument will be funded by charitable donations and sponsors. The project has the full support of the British government, and a special advisory group led by UK's Culture Secretary Sajid Javid has been set up to support progress. Philip Jackson, a leading British figurative sculptor renowned for making statues of the Queen Mother and the Bomber Command, has been approached to take on this prestigious project. The UK Foreign Minister's visit to India will also include exploring investment opportunities for the UK.
It's a very exciting time in that relationship because this is a time clearly of change in India, of new opportunities with a new government. So there are many important economic links that can help jobs and prosperity in both countries. Indian companies are investing more into the UK than the whole of the rest of Europe put together. And of course, we welcome that. We welcome that in both directions. This will create the jobs and opportunities, the industries of the future.
The Foreign Minister invited Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit London and discuss matters to boost bilateral relations. A News9 report.
Well, after Rajnath Singh was promoted to Modi's Sarkar, the post of the party president has remained vacant. Many leaders within the party have eyed the post, but it seems that the party has now found its candidate. So who is it? Let's find out. Finally, a consolation prize for Amit Shah. Amit Shah would finally get some respite. Narendra Modi's close confidant and the General Secretary of the party, Amit Shah, had failed to grab a berth in Modi's Sarkar despite scripting a historic win for the party in Uttar Pradesh. Not just that, Amit Shah, who was touted as Modi's successor in Gujarat, failed to grab that chair too, with Anandiben taking over the reins. Now it seems that the party is all set to give him a consolation prize for all his efforts. Amit Shah to be named BJP president? Well, if not Modi's, Amit Shah is all set to become Rajnath Singh's successor. In all likelihood, he will be crowned as the president of the Saffron Party. Apart from Amit Shah, JP Nadda and Om Mathur were also the front runners for the top post, but it seems Amit Shah emerged as the favourite. But let's not forget that JP Nadda and Om Mathur have also played a key role in leading the party to a thumping victory. The much-awaited announcement will take place tomorrow after the BJP Parliamentary Board meeting, which will be attended by the top brass of the party. A News9 report. Well, it was absolute chaos in the Assembly as the BJP cornered the government on CET issue. State Medical Education Minister Sharan Prakash Patil thumped the table while answering questions by the BJP, getting severely criticised by the Speaker. The Medical Education Minister Sharan Prakash Patil denied any irregularities taking place in the CET cell. Speaker Kaguru Timmappa expressed displeasure as the minister reiterates his stand by thumping the table. The BJP then staged a walkout in the Assembly all over the CET irregularities that are taking place. Finally, the minister then apologized after the Speaker's admonishment.